third grade friends, how are you? Happy Monday. We are back to bring you
Lulu Walks the Dogs.
Lulu Walks the Dogs, chapter
10.
And if you remember yesterday when we finished chapter 9, Lulu was about to go pick up who? Piyuki. And you had to make a prediction on what was going to happen because who was watching Brutus? Fleischman. So let's see what's happening in chapter 10. Joy is here and Fluffer Smiles is in timeout. So we just have our new friend. Lulu was out of Pookie's house in 20 seconds flat, promising Pookie's mom that she would be careful not to hurt the fuzzball's feelings. Holding Pookie with one of her hands and Brutus's leash with the other, Lulu was hurrying over to Cordelia's when Pookie finally opened her eyes and wiggled, and then kind of squeaked, then wiggled and squeaked some more. Lulu understood that this was Pookie's way of saying it was time to do what she was supposed to do.
Oh, I know. Go doo-doo.
What?
Go doo-doo.
What do you think?
Go doo-doo.
Yuck.
Go.
Which meant that Lulu needed to stop immediately and set down Pookie underneath a tree, which she did and then said in a not too patient voice, "Okay, let's get this over with. Do what you're supposed to do right now." "She won't if you talk like that," said a voice that belonged, do I have to tell you? To Fleischman. "She needs to be coaxed." Stop. Coaxed. What do you think that word means? Let's go back and look at the context clues. Listen for them again. She needs to be coaxed.
Walked.
Walked? Okay, well, let's look at the next sentence. It uses coaxed again. "I am not a person who coaxes," Lulu told Fleischman. Then, bending down, she repeated to Pookie, "Right now." Okay, coaxed. You thought it was what?
Walking.
God bless you. Walking. No, coaxed means you need a little bit, nudge a little bit, make somebody want to do something. So I can coax you into doing your homework if I say, do your homework, then you can play video games for 10 minutes. That would be coaxing. Maybe you guys can try that at home with your parents because I know you might be giving them a hard time on doing homework. Maybe you can coax them and say, "Hey, Mom and Dad, if I finish these 3 things, could I please have
Free time?
10 minutes of video games or something?" Coaxing. So pushing somebody politely, nicely, making a bargain to get them to do something. Except that when she spoke, instead of the pook part rhyming with Duke, or should I say puke rhyming with Duke, Lulu forgot and rhymed it with book, which turned out to be a mistake, a big mistake.
Don't remember.
So she called her Pookie, like book, instead of Pukey. Pukey, yelping, leaped up in the air, and instead of falling back down again, she attached herself by her teeth. Stop, make a prediction, turn and talk. Where did she attach with her teeth? I'll read that sentence again.
To like.
So instead of falling back down again, she attached herself by her teeth to
her back part of her outfit that she's wearing, like her
part of her
skirt.
outfit. What do you guys think? Make your predictions. Let me hear them. Lulu's jean jacket. Lulu tried pulling her off. Pukey hung on. Lulu tried pushing her off. Pukey hung on. Lulu tried shaking her off, but the once lazy furball wouldn't let go, hanging on by her teeth and somehow yelping at the same time, which isn't that easy. Hopefully you can make a picture in your mind of that, because that was a very good description by the author. But if you didn't have a picture, or if you did have a picture, let's see if it matches what the illustrator drew. Oh, can't talk. So there's our setting. You can tell where they're at. And now look at that. Oh, you can tell by Lulu's face how she feels about it. And there you got a good idea of what Pukey looks like. All of a sudden, out of the blue, Lulu began to hear music. What was this music? Where was it coming from? Well, what do you know? There was Fleischman, who had taken his flute from his backpack and was tootling tunes into Pukey's ear. "Fleischman," yelled Lulu, "stop pulling and pushing and trying to shake off Pukey. Cut out the concert." "This isn't a concert," said Fleischman. "This is coaxing." Lulu watched with amazement as the yelping Pukey stopped yelping and hanging on by her teeth to Lulu's jacket. Instead, while Fleischman kept playing, Pukey let herself drop to the ground where quietly squatting under the big leafy tree, she quickly did what she was supposed to do. So you see, coaxing there, yelling at Pukey did not get her to do what she wanted. But coaxing with that nice quiet music, or excuse me, I maybe should say loud music, helped her. So here, this is just a whole page showing you all the music tunes. And what do you think those music tunes are referring to in that picture? What do you think? Make a prediction, or what make your inference, I should say, what they're referring to. And if you looked closely, did you see what's under the tree? It doesn't look like she's yelping or anything. "Why is everyone saying that Pukey did what she was supposed to do? From now on, I'm going to just say pooped." Fleischman whipped out a pooper scooper, cleaned up the little mess, picked up Pukey, and handed her to Lulu. "Don't thank me," he told her, even though Lulu hadn't said a word. "Actually, I should be thanking you. I should be thanking you for letting me..." "I don't want to hear it, Fleischman," roared Lulu. "I really don't want to hear it. Now, out of my way, I'm seriously behind schedule." Next chapter, time out. Do you want to hear that chapter?
I do.
She does. You do? Okay, it's a quick one. Remember, time out, the last time it happened in this story, or in this book, it answered some questions for us. So let's see what this timeout's going to do. Next chapter, time out. "Just this minute, realized..." Well, let me restart that. I'm sorry, that's not what that says. "I just this minute realized, even though I've already told you that Brutus is a great, big, bad-breathed brute, and that Pukey is a tiny, lazy white fuzzball, I haven't yet said that along with loving to hide, Cordelia is a long, low, short-legged, hot dog-looking dog whose animal name starts with D. Except I can't remember what comes after the D. Oh, and one more thing about Cordelia. She is very, and I mean very, vain."
What does vain mean?
What does vain mean? That's the question for today. Use the word vain in a sentence, or try to use the context clues and tell me what the word vain means. Here it is in the context again. Cordelia, she is a very, and I mean, wait, let me read that again. Oh, and one more thing about Cordelia. She is very, and I mean very, vain. There's a clue on this page. I'm going to show it to you. There was really no clues in that sentence that gave us any clues in the context. But remember, we know that context can mean words around it, or it can mean pictures. So there was no context clues with words, but there's one with the picture. So I'm going to show it to you. And then in the comments below this video, I want you to tell me what you think the word vain means, and you can use it in a sentence if you can. So here's our picture, our context clue picture.
Can I see
Here it is. Take a real close look.
Wait.
Here's Cordelia, and what is this? You can tell
Wait.
she's looking in a what?
Mirror. So
A mirror. So don't say it.
I think I know it.
All
Can I
right.
whisper it in your ear?
You can whisper it after the video. Shh. All right. So again, using the context clues, but this time our context clues are is a picture. Tell us what the word vain means. All right. I miss you guys tons, and we will see you tomorrow. Mwah.